Hello friends. What happens when a practical, detail-oriented Virgo man meets an energetic, free-spirited Gemini woman? Is it a match made in heaven, or are they destined for chaos? While these two signs seem to be worlds apart, their connection is a fascinating mix of intellect, challenge, and unexpected harmony. Let's dive deep into the realms of love, sex, marriage, friendship, and business to uncover the true compatibility of a Virgo man and a Gemini woman. Love compatibility, a meeting of minds and differences. At first glance, a Virgo man and a Gemini woman might seem like an odd pair. Virgo, ruled by Mercury, is analytical, grounded, and strives for perfection in everything he does. He moves through life with a sense of purpose, preferring order over chaos, structure over uncertainty. Gemini, also ruled by Mercury, operates very differently. She is communicative, playful, and thrives on variety, constantly seeking new experiences, ideas, and conversations. While both signs share intellectual depth, their approach to love and relationships can be vastly different, leading to either a fascinating dynamic or a source of constant tension. The Virgo man is methodical and enjoys structure, often planning everything down to the smallest detail. He values routine and finds comfort in predictability, as it helps him maintain control over his surroundings. The Gemini woman, on the other hand, is an agent of change. She resists being tied down to strict schedules and thrives in an environment that allows her to explore different possibilities. While Virgo believes in stability, Gemini sees life as an adventure, where every day should bring something new. This fundamental contrast can either create a complementary balance or lead to misunderstandings if neither partner is willing to adapt. When it comes to emotions, Virgo and Gemini express themselves in very different ways. Virgo loves deeply but does so in a reserved, practical manner. He may not be overly expressive or dramatic in his affections, but his love is shown through acts of service, reliability, and small but meaningful gestures. He believes in showing love through actions rather than words. The Gemini woman, on the other hand, is much more verbal and demonstrative. She enjoys playful teasing, flirtation, and spontaneous expressions of affection. To her, love is about excitement and intellectual engagement, whereas Virgo sees it as a deep emotional bond built over time. This difference in expression can sometimes cause friction. The Virgo man may find Gemini's flirtatious nature unsettling, as he values loyalty and commitment above all else. He prefers a more grounded approach to love, which might make him question Gemini's sincerity if she is too inconsistent in her behavior. Meanwhile, the Gemini woman might feel stifled by Virgo's critical nature. She thrives on lightheartedness and may see Virgo as overly serious or even judgmental when he points out flaws or corrects minor details in their relationship. Despite these differences, their relationship has great potential if they are willing to learn from each other. The Gemini woman can teach Virgo to loosen up, enjoy life, and embrace unpredictability. She brings excitement and a sense of wonder into his world, helping him see that not everything has to be meticulously planned. In turn, Virgo provides Gemini with stability and depth. He helps ground her, offering wisdom and structure that can be beneficial in helping her focus on long-term goals rather than fleeting excitement. If they respect and embrace their differences instead of seeing them as obstacles, they can build a love story that is both intellectually stimulating and emotionally fulfilling. One of the key elements of success in their relationship is communication. Both being ruled by Mercury, they have the ability to engage in deep and meaningful conversations. They enjoy discussing various topics, from philosophy to everyday life, and this intellectual connection can be one of the strongest aspects of their bond. However, communication styles differ. Virgo tends to be precise and methodical, thinking before he speaks, while Gemini enjoys rapid, spontaneous exchanges, sometimes speaking before she fully processes her thoughts. This can lead to moments of miscommunication where Gemini feels Virgo is being too rigid or overly analytical, while Virgo may perceive Gemini as being scattered or unfocused. Another aspect to consider is their approach to commitment. Virgo is naturally cautious and prefers to take things slow, ensuring that a relationship has a solid foundation before fully committing. He analyzes every aspect of his partner and the relationship itself, wanting to make sure everything is just right. Gemini, however, tends to move at a faster pace. She enjoys the thrill of new experiences and can sometimes struggle with long-term commitments if she feels restricted. If Virgo becomes too demanding or overly critical, Gemini may start feeling trapped and seek freedom elsewhere. Conversely, if Gemini is too inconsistent or unpredictable, Virgo may begin to feel insecure, leading to doubts about the relationship's stability. To make their love work, compromise is essential. Virgo must learn to be more flexible and open to spontaneity, allowing Gemini the space she needs to feel free rather than controlled. He must also understand that Gemini's need for social interaction and excitement doesn't mean she is any less committed. Similarly, Gemini needs to recognize and appreciate Virgo's need for structure and reassurance. She should make an effort to show consistency in her actions, proving that while she enjoys variety, she is still dedicated to their partnership. When these two find common ground, their relationship can be truly magical. Virgo brings depth, loyalty, and wisdom, while Gemini offers excitement, fresh perspectives, and a sense of playfulness that keeps things interesting. Together, they can balance each other out, Virgo helping Gemini slow down and appreciate the beauty of stability, while Gemini encourages Virgo to step outside of his comfort zone and embrace life's uncertainties. If they can successfully navigate their differences, their love has the potential to be both enduring and incredibly rewarding. Sexual compatibility, passion with a twist. When it comes to intimacy, a Virgo man and a Gemini woman have contrasting yet intriguing energies. Virgo is sensual but reserved, valuing emotional depth and meaningful connections over fleeting physical encounters. He approaches intimacy with a meticulous, almost artistic precision, ensuring that every moment is intentional and fulfilling for both partners. He believes in quality over quantity, preferring a slow build-up of passion rather than rushing into anything. The Gemini woman, on the other hand, is spontaneous, playful, and always craving novelty in the bedroom. She sees intimacy as an adventure, an opportunity to experiment, laugh, and explore new sensations without overthinking every detail. This fundamental difference can either create an electrifying contrast or lead to misunderstandings if their desires are not aligned. The Virgo man takes his time in bed, focusing on his partner's needs with careful attention to detail. He wants every touch, every movement, and every gesture to have significance. He is not one for casual flings, as he needs a sense of trust and emotional security to fully express his sensuality. For him, intimacy is a deeply personal experience, requiring patience and connection. The Gemini woman, however, approaches sex with a light-hearted and adventurous attitude. She is naturally curious, always open to trying new things, and enjoys keeping the experience fresh and exciting. Unlike Virgo, she does not necessarily associate intimacy with deep emotional bonding, at least not immediately. For her, sex is a form of self-expression, a way to connect with a partner through spontaneity and shared enjoyment. Their sexual chemistry depends largely on how well they can understand and accommodate each other's needs. The Gemini woman brings excitement, variety, and playfulness into their intimate life, helping Virgo step out of his comfort zone. She introduces new experiences, keeping things from becoming too predictable or routine. Meanwhile, Virgo's slow, sensual approach ensures that Gemini is not just rushing through encounters without fully experiencing the depth of passion. He teaches her the beauty of patience, the power of lingering touches, and the satisfaction of true emotional intimacy. However, challenges arise when Virgo's perfectionism clashes with Gemini's desire for freedom and unpredictability. The Virgo man has a tendency to overanalyze situations, even in the bedroom. He may focus too much on getting everything just right, which can make him hesitant, overly cautious, or even critical of himself or his partner. This can frustrate Gemini, who thrives on spontaneity and dislikes feeling like she's being judged. If Virgo takes too long to relax and enjoy the moment, Gemini may start feeling restricted or even bored. On the other hand, Virgo may find Gemini's fast-paced approach overwhelming or emotionally detached. He values a deep connection, while she may sometimes treat intimacy as just another form of entertainment. If she is too playful or distracted, Virgo might interpret it as a lack of seriousness, making him withdraw emotionally. He wants to feel desired on a profound level, not just as part of an exciting experience. To maintain passion and keep their intimate life fulfilling, both partners need to find balance. The Gemini woman needs to slow down and appreciate Virgo's depth, understanding that his reserved nature does not mean he lacks passion, it simply means he experiences it differently. She should be patient with his methodical approach and recognize that his desire for perfection comes from a place of deep care and devotion. In turn, Virgo must learn to let go, trust the moment, and embrace a bit of unpredictability. He should allow himself to be more spontaneous, understanding that not every intimate experience needs to be carefully planned or deeply analyzed. If they strike this balance, their intimate life can be a blend of tenderness, excitement, and discovery. Virgo offers a depth of sensuality that Gemini may have never truly explored before, while Gemini brings an element of fun and adventure that Virgo secretly craves. When they open themselves up to each other's unique approaches, their sexual connection has the potential to evolve into something truly remarkable, a perfect mix of passion, emotional depth, and exhilarating unpredictability. Marriage compatibility, stability versus spontaneity. Marriage between a Virgo man and a Gemini woman can be both rewarding and challenging. At the heart of their relationship lies a fundamental contrast. Virgo is practical, structured, and deeply committed to stability, while Gemini is spontaneous, free-spirited, and constantly in search of new experiences. Virgo takes commitment seriously, viewing marriage as a lifelong partnership built on trust, loyalty, and shared responsibilities. He values routine, planning, and consistency, believing that a well-organized household is the foundation of a successful marriage. On the other hand, the Gemini woman is restless and dislikes feeling confined by expectations. She approaches life with curiosity and excitement, seeking adventure and unpredictability rather than strict routines. While Virgo envisions a peaceful, well-ordered home where everything has its place, Gemini dreams of a marriage filled with excitement, laughter, and constant new discoveries. This difference in perspective can either make their marriage beautifully balanced or a source of endless frustration. Virgo's devotion to responsibility and order may feel restricting to Gemini, who thrives in a more flexible and adaptable environment. He prefers structure and careful planning, while she enjoys making spontaneous decisions and following wherever life takes her. To Virgo, a stable marriage means having a reliable partner who follows through on commitments and contributes to a harmonious home. To Gemini, a happy marriage means being with someone who stimulates her intellectually, encourages her independence, and shares in her love for adventure. These contrasting views can lead to misunderstandings unless both partners are willing to embrace compromise. For this union to work, compromise is key. Virgo must accept that Gemini needs space and freedom to thrive. Her need for change and variety is not a sign of instability but rather an essential part of who she is. He cannot expect her to suddenly become predictable or settle into a rigid routine. Instead of trying to control her, he should trust that her love for him remains constant, even if her actions sometimes seem scattered or inconsistent. In return, Gemini should appreciate Virgo's devotion and structured approach to life. She must understand that his desire for stability does not mean he is boring or unadventurous, it is his way of ensuring that their marriage is strong, secure, and built to last. If she acknowledges and respects his need for order, she will see that his structured way of loving her is just as powerful as her spontaneous expressions of affection. Their differences can actually make them stronger as a couple. Virgo's grounded nature can help Gemini find focus and direction, bringing order to her sometimes chaotic world. He can teach her the value of patience, consistency, and commitment, showing her that not all aspects of life need to be fast-paced and unpredictable. With him, she can learn to slow down, appreciate the depth of a stable partnership, and find beauty in the little routines that make a marriage strong. Meanwhile, Gemini ensures that Virgo's life isn't ruled entirely by schedules and obligations. She introduces him to new ideas, keeps him intellectually engaged, and reminds him that life is meant to be enjoyed, not just planned. With her, he learns to be more flexible, spontaneous, and open to new possibilities. If they learn to adapt to each other's unique qualities, their marriage can be a perfect blend of security and excitement. The biggest challenge? Communication. While both Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect and expression, their communication styles are vastly different. Gemini's thoughts move at lightning speed, she jumps from one topic to another, speaks in riddles, and enjoys light-hearted, witty banter. Virgo, on the other hand, is methodical in his communication. He thinks before he speaks, carefully choosing his words, and often prefers deeper, more meaningful discussions. This can lead to frustration, as Virgo may see Gemini as too scattered or inconsistent, while Gemini might find Virgo too serious or overly critical. For their marriage to succeed, they must practice patience and understanding in their conversations. Virgo needs to let go of his tendency to analyze everything too deeply, allowing Gemini the freedom to express herself in her own way. Instead of trying to correct or structure her thoughts, he should embrace the spontaneity of her words and learn to go with the flow. Similarly, Gemini should recognize that Virgo's careful approach to communication comes from a place of sincerity. He is not trying to be dull or restrictive, but rather ensuring that their conversations are meaningful and productive. If they can navigate these differences with mutual respect, their marriage can be intellectually rich, emotionally supportive, and full of personal growth for both partners. At its best, a marriage between a Virgo man and a Gemini woman can be a fascinating dance between logic and curiosity, order and adventure, stability and spontaneity. They each bring something unique to the relationship. Virgo provides a strong foundation, while Gemini keeps the marriage exciting and ever-evolving. If they are willing to embrace their differences rather than fight against them, they can create a partnership that is not only balanced but also deeply fulfilling. Friendship compatibility, a dynamic duo. As friends, a Virgo man and a Gemini woman can create an amazing team, one that thrives on intellectual stimulation, witty banter, and an endless exchange of ideas. Despite their differences in personality, they share a strong mental connection that allows them to engage in deep and thought-provoking conversations. Both being ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, they enjoy discussing a wide range of topics, from philosophy and psychology to everyday observations about life. Virgo is naturally analytical, preferring to break down complex situations into logical components, while Gemini brings a fresh perspective, spontaneity, and humor into the mix. Together, they challenge each other's thinking and introduce new ways of looking at the world, making their friendship a fascinating and enriching experience. The Virgo man is a thinker, always dissecting situations to find the most efficient and logical solutions. He is practical and enjoys offering well-thought-out advice, often acting as the voice of reason in their friendship. If the Gemini woman finds herself overwhelmed with too many choices or distractions, Virgo is there to help her organize her thoughts and create a clear path forward. His grounded nature helps bring structure to her sometimes chaotic mind, giving her practical insights that she may not have considered on her own. In turn, the Gemini woman introduces Virgo to a more playful, flexible approach to life. She reminds him that not everything needs to be planned or analyzed. Sometimes, the best moments happen when you let go of control and embrace the unexpected. Their friendship is filled with lively debates, laughter, and mutual learning. They enjoy bouncing ideas off each other, engaging in friendly arguments, and exploring different perspectives. The Virgo man appreciates Gemini's quick wit and ability to think on her feet, while she admires his depth and wisdom. He offers stability and reliability, which can be comforting to Gemini, while she keeps things exciting, ensuring that their friendship never falls into dull routines. Despite their differences, they respect each other's intelligence, which forms the foundation of their strong connection. However, conflicts may arise when Virgo becomes too critical or when Gemini's inconsistency starts to frustrate him. The Virgo man has a tendency to analyze everything in great detail, and sometimes, his well-intentioned advice can come across as judgmental or overly harsh. While Gemini values feedback, she dislikes feeling scrutinized, especially when the criticism feels too serious or nitpicky. She prefers to keep things light-hearted and may become irritated if Virgo is constantly pointing out flaws or trying to fix her behavior. At the same time, Virgo may struggle with Gemini's unpredictable nature. She changes her mind frequently, jumps from one interest to another, and may not always follow through on commitments, which can be frustrating for the methodical and responsible Virgo. For their friendship to remain strong, they must learn to accept each other's quirks. Virgo needs to be more patient with Gemini's ever-changing nature and avoid being overly critical of her decisions. He should recognize that her need for variety is not a sign of irresponsibility but rather an essential part of who she is. Instead of trying to change her, he should focus on appreciating her ability to adapt, think quickly, and bring excitement into their friendship. Likewise, Gemini must respect Virgo's need for structure and order. She should make an effort to be more dependable, especially when Virgo relies on her, and understand that his occasional seriousness comes from a place of care rather than an attempt to control her. When these two balance each other out, their friendship can last a lifetime. The Virgo man provides guidance, wisdom, and a steady presence, while the Gemini woman keeps their connection lively, entertaining, and full of surprises. Together, they prove that opposites can not only attract but also create a dynamic duo that thrives on learning from one another. If they embrace their differences rather than let them become sources of conflict, their friendship will remain a fulfilling and valuable part of both their lives. Business compatibility, logic meets creativity. In the professional world, a Virgo man and a Gemini woman can either be a power duo, combining logic and creativity for success, or find themselves struggling due to their vastly different work styles. The Virgo man is methodical, detail-oriented, and values precision in everything he does. He thrives on structure, organization, and well-defined processes that ensure efficiency. He is not one to take shortcuts or leave things to chance. His perfectionist nature demands accuracy and high standards. The Gemini woman, in contrast, is highly adaptable, quick-witted, and thrives in dynamic, fast-paced environments. She is an idea generator, always coming up with new and unconventional approaches to problems, unafraid to take risks and change direction when needed. This fundamental difference in how they operate can either lead to a balanced and successful professional relationship or cause ongoing frustration if they fail to understand each other's strengths. Together, they can complement each other perfectly, forming a business partnership that combines strategic precision with creative innovation. The Virgo man ensures that tasks are completed with accuracy, structure, and attention to detail. He is excellent at organizing projects, setting timelines, and ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks. His discipline and reliability provide a strong foundation for any business venture. The Gemini woman, on the other hand, brings fresh perspectives, adaptability, and excellent communication skills. She is a natural at networking, marketing, and persuading clients or investors with her charm and quick thinking. While Virgo focuses on perfecting every aspect of a project behind the scenes, Gemini shines in public-facing roles, making connections and generating interest. If they learn to divide responsibilities according to their strengths, they can create an unstoppable professional duo. However, challenges arise when Virgo becomes frustrated with Gemini's inconsistency, or when Gemini feels restricted by Virgo's rigid methods. The Virgo man believes in following a structured plan, preferring a step-by-step approach to work that minimizes errors and maximizes efficiency. He dislikes chaos and unpredictability, and when Gemini constantly switches between tasks or moves on to the next big idea before finishing the current one, it can drive him to the brink of frustration. He may see her as scattered, unreliable, or lacking focus. Gemini, in turn, may feel suffocated by Virgo's insistence on perfection and strict adherence to rules. She prefers flexibility, spontaneous decision-making, and the ability to pivot when needed. If Virgo tries to micromanage her or slow her down with excessive planning, she may feel stifled and start looking for an escape from the rigid environment. The key to making this partnership work lies in establishing clear roles and respecting each other's strengths. Virgo must understand that Gemini's ability to juggle multiple ideas and adapt to changing circumstances is an asset, not a flaw. Instead of criticizing her fast-paced work style, he should learn to appreciate her creativity and let her take the lead in areas where innovation and quick decision-making are needed. Similarly, Gemini must recognize that Virgo's methodical approach ensures that the business runs smoothly and efficiently. She should allow him to handle structure, organization, and quality control, trusting that his attention to detail will prevent costly mistakes. If they set clear boundaries and divide responsibilities wisely, their business collaboration can be a perfect blend of efficiency and innovation. Another important factor in their business compatibility is communication. Both being ruled by Mercury, they have a natural talent for exchanging ideas and problem-solving through dialogue. However, their communication styles differ significantly. Virgo is precise, analytical, and carefully measures his words, while Gemini speaks quickly, jumps between topics, and often improvises in conversations. This can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, as Virgo may find Gemini's communication too scattered or lacking depth, while Gemini might feel that Virgo is too slow, overly critical, or unwilling to embrace change. To maintain harmony in their professional relationship, they need to find a middle ground. Virgo should be more open to spontaneous brainstorming sessions, and Gemini should make an effort to slow down and listen when Virgo presents a carefully thought-out plan. If they can navigate these challenges with mutual respect and a clear understanding of each other's strengths, they have the potential to build a successful business partnership. The Virgo man provides stability, structure, and precision, ensuring that everything runs smoothly, while the Gemini woman injects energy, creativity, and adaptability, keeping the business fresh and ahead of the competition. By combining Virgo's meticulous planning with Gemini's innovative ideas, they can create a powerful synergy that leads to lasting success. Final verdict: can they make it work? A relationship between a Virgo man and a Gemini woman is a mix of challenge and growth, a dynamic interplay between stability and unpredictability, logic and curiosity, depth and spontaneity. These two signs approach life from fundamentally different angles. Virgo is grounded, detail-oriented, and seeks order, while Gemini is free-spirited, always in motion, and thrives on change. Their differences can either divide them, making it difficult to find common ground, or they can bring a sense of balance into each other's lives, creating a complementary dynamic that pushes them both toward personal growth. The Virgo man offers stability, wisdom, and emotional depth, serving as a grounding force for Gemini's ever-wandering mind. The Gemini woman, in turn, brings excitement, spontaneity, and creative energy, keeping Virgo from becoming too rigid or overly focused on perfection. For this relationship to succeed, both partners must be willing to compromise and adapt. Virgo needs to understand that Gemini's love for variety and unpredictability does not mean she is unreliable or disloyal, it simply means she needs stimulation to stay engaged. He must learn to embrace some of her spontaneity, allowing room for adventure and unexpected twists without feeling overwhelmed. Similarly, Gemini must recognize that Virgo's need for structure is not meant to confine her but rather to create a solid foundation for their relationship. If she can appreciate his efforts to bring stability into her life rather than resist them, she will find that his support can help her achieve goals that she might otherwise struggle to complete on her own. Their connection has the potential to be a beautiful blend of intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, and lifelong learning. Being ruled by Mercury, both Virgo and Gemini have sharp minds and a natural curiosity about the world, which allows them to engage in deep, thought-provoking conversations. Their relationship is never dull when it comes to mental stimulation. Virgo challenges Gemini to think more critically, while Gemini introduces Virgo to new ideas and perspectives that he may not have considered before. If they nurture this aspect of their relationship, they will always have something to talk about, explore, and learn from each other, keeping their bond intellectually rich and engaging. However, for their relationship to truly thrive, they must work on their emotional connection as well. Virgo is naturally reserved when it comes to expressing feelings, preferring to show love through actions rather than words. Gemini, on the other hand, is more verbal and playful in her affections, sometimes needing constant reassurance to feel secure. This difference in emotional expression can create misunderstandings. Virgo may feel that Gemini is too fickle or inconsistent, while Gemini might see Virgo as distant or overly critical. The key to overcoming this challenge is open communication and mutual effort. Virgo should make an effort to be more expressive with his feelings, while Gemini should be patient with Virgo's slower, more methodical approach to emotional bonding. Whether in love, marriage, friendship, or business, this pairing has the potential to be both dynamic and fulfilling, as long as both partners are willing to embrace the adventure. They must learn to appreciate what the other brings to the table rather than focusing on their differences as obstacles. Virgo should celebrate Gemini's lively energy, her ability to bring joy and excitement into his life, rather than trying to tame her spirit. Likewise, Gemini should recognize the value of Virgo's dependability and wisdom, understanding that his structured approach is not meant to limit her but to provide a sense of security that she may not realize she needs. Ultimately, the success of this relationship depends on their willingness to meet each other halfway. If Virgo can loosen up and Gemini can be more grounded, they have the potential to create a relationship that is as stimulating as it is stable. Their differences, when embraced rather than resisted, can lead to a partnership that is constantly evolving, full of both passion and practicality. They may not be the easiest match in the zodiac, but with effort, respect, and understanding, they can prove that even the most unlikely pairs can create something truly extraordinary.